Hi, and welcome to mine and Alexia's little talk show. Today, our topic is ISIS and whether or not our troops should fight against them. So, Alexia, what do you think? Should our troops fight against ISIS?
I personally think we shouldn't send our U.S. troops to go to ISIS because I feel that we have so much problems with them that it would just make matters worse. And so I think we should just stay where we are and don't make any problems worse, personally. What about you?
I really think that we should fight against ISIS, but mainly because of the fact that if we do fight against them, there will be less, deaths than if we don't. Because if we fight against them, think about it this way. We're fighting against them to stop them from killing people. So right now they're beheading children and killing everyone who doesn't practice what religion they want them to practice. So if we fight against them, yeah, people will obviously die, but it'll benefit our country and their country because less innocent people are dying. We're killing people who are not innocent. The people they're killing don't have they don't deserve to die, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But I also think that beheading children is ridiculous. Why are you killing people who have nothing to really do with anything? Children just follow whatever religion their parents want them to follow. It's not like they're you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're not really doing anything wrong. Does that change your opinion at all?
It kind of does because I understand what you're saying. I'm kind of iffy about it. I'm in the middle because you give great points, and I think what I'm saying is also a true factor. But I don't know. I feel that it's almost making matters worse. I understand what's going on there is really bad, but just by us showing that we want to fight is just going to make it worse for the people there and for us,
right,
Americans just in general. But I mean, yeah.
Well, I feel also if we don't do anything, that could also affect us because eventually they're going to want to change our religion as well. And America's a really diverse country with a lot of different religions and everything, and everyone accepts, well, I shouldn't say that, but by law everyone should be accepting everyone else's beliefs. And so I feel if we don't stop them now, that they might just come to our country and try and change our beliefs and try and kill us because they're terrorists. They're not good people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that I read on CNN that what did it say? That they're considering sending us to fight because it's going to get out of hand for us eventually. They're going to drag us into it eventually. And just think about it. Wouldn't you rather get it over with now, fighting with them, than having them come to us and starting stuff with us?
I guess you're right as well. That's a good thing to say as well because I think I read that article.
Yeah.
But I just feel that the children in Iraq don't deserve that, what you're saying.
Yeah.
They do go by what their parents believe. That's just, I guess, how it is there. But I feel that, I don't know, us going there is going to protect them and protect us. But I'm scared that if we do go against them, they're just going to feel that they're going to be attacked and come for America sooner.
Well, we have one of the strongest armed forces in the world. Ours is one of the top in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they'll let it get to the point where they're sneak attacking us with airstrikes or bombing 9/11 or anything. Mm-hmm. I don't think that our armed forces are going to let it get to that point. I feel once we attack them, that's it. They're done. They're surrendered. That's it. You know what I mean?
I also feel that we should just know who we're going after instead of just killing random people, because I read an article that our U.S. troops are killing random people
because they don't know who,
they don't know who is a part of it. But I think that we should target, we should know, we should spend time, and I'm pretty sure they are, to just make sure who they're targeting and get them and not innocent people in Iraq.
Right. Yeah, beheading children, that's ridiculous because think about it. What if they come here and behead our children. Like, I don't want to see Americans' heads cut off. Yeah, I don't want to see their heads cut off either. I mean, that's violent. But, like, that's ridiculous. Like, I feel like America, if I were to change my side at all, which I probably wouldn't, I really do think we should fight against them. But if I wanted to make it less violent or, like, switch my side at all, what I would say is I think America should, like, negotiate with ISIS a little bit and be like, look, like, you know, stop. Like, don't behead people. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But if they don't agree with that, kill them. Just, that's it. Simple. War. That's it. Just fight against them.
I feel that. Wow, I keep saying I feel that. I don't know. Like, we should definitely, like, I keep saying, like, we should definitely go to Iraq, and we could send troops. I agree with that. But I just want to make sure that they're not killing innocent people, because if we were in their situation and just say Iraq came to us and we're killing random people because they don't know who they should target because they're just being told to do something.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're told to do, is to protect them. But at the same time, they don't know who to protect or who not to protect, because they don't know who they're targeting at the same time. They do, but they don't, because you don't know.
Right, which is understandable, but I really do think that we should fight against them, because think about it. If we negotiate with them, do you honestly think that they're going to, like, take our side? They're probably not. They're probably just going to look for a fight, so we should just give them what they want. We should fight against them, and hopefully the issue will be resolved, because clearly they're not going to win against us.
That's true, but I just don't want that to make matters worse by giving them what they want, basically. Is what they want is to fight against us, apparently. I don't think we will ever have peace with Iraq. Maybe we will. We're getting, over the 10 years since 9/11, it's been getting better. It's kind of cooled down, but I feel like it's just going to heat up so quickly that we're not even going to know what's going to happen. Like, they have done sneak attacks many times before, and I don't know, and I'm not sure if they know either, because we don't know what they're capable of.
If they do end up sneak attacking us, which they really shouldn't do, but if they do, the best place to go is, like, the country, because that's never where they go. They always aim for, like, New York, you know?
Well, yeah, but that's because it's more populated, and they just don't like our rights. They don't like how America is, how much freedom they have. They just don't like it.
But which is beside the point. They want what they want, and they're not going to get it, and that's why they're mad. That's why they're killing people, and that's not the right way to do it. They should really become more like America and give people religious freedom, because with religious freedom, that's better, because instead of just killing everyone, they're going to do what they want anyway. So it's not like, you know?
Maybe they're just jealous of what we have, because maybe they want it, but they know that they can't have it because of just how times are.
Well, I don't think it's that, because ISIS wants them to follow a certain religion, and then everyone else doesn't want to follow that. Well, not everyone else, but most people don't want to follow that religion, and that's why they're killing them, because they don't agree
with their religion. They're not
doing what they want. Right, exactly.
I mean,
I could never, like, imagine that. Like, in America, especially, like, if you don't follow a specific religion, they kill you. Like, that's not our country. Like, in America, you really do have a lot of freedom. So.
They have their own, like, they just teach their children what their religion is, but it is wrong to kill them, because that's just how they were raised and how they were taught there. Like, in America, like, that, you know, that would never happen, so it's such a shocking thing to ever happen in America.
I could never picture that happening here.
But I think that Iraq is just used to following one religion and just continuing that, and maybe that people are realizing that that's not what's right anymore, and so they are just saying, no, that's not my religion, I don't want to follow that, and it's turning into bad results. then that's just, they should know that that will turn into bad results.
Right. Like, I really disagree with what they're doing. I really don't think anyone should ever be discriminated against in any way for something that they believe in, you know?
Yeah.
Because just think about it. Like, I'm not a very religious person. Like, yeah, I believe in, like God or whatever, but I still don't think that makes it right. If I were way more religious, I'd feel a lot more strongly about it. But still, I could see where those people are coming from. Like, I could feel them. I don't understand why anyone deserves to be killed over something so ridiculous. Like, I mean, religion isn't ridiculous, but it's ridiculous to be killed over. Why would you kill someone over that? It's, like, disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, they're just like, this is how we believe this, and you have to do that as well, because if you don't believe in this, then it's not right. You shouldn't be here, basically, is what they're saying.
So, let me ask you this. Since you don't have the same side as me, you don't believe what I believe, that we should fight against them, let's think about it this way. If someone killed someone else, right, in a court of law, they get sentenced to death or life in prison. Do you believe that? Do you believe that if you kill someone, you should die?
I don't believe that if you kill somebody, you should die, but you should be, like, you should
you shouldn't have an opportunity at life.
Consequence, and that's...
Okay. So, for example, this goes hand in hand with that. They're killing people in their country for unfair reasons. I think their consequence should be us fighting against them. That's what I think. That's my side, personally. And that's just how I wanted you to understand it, that everything has consequences in life, and they need to face theirs, because what they're doing, we can't let them get away with that, because then they'll think it's okay to do to us and do to other countries, and that's just not what's going to happen. It's not.
I feel like the stereotype is, oh, everyone in Iraq is a terrorist, which isn't true.
Right.
And so America, like the U.S. troops are being sent there. Not only is Iraq, their troops are killing their people, but the U.S. troops are killing their people as well, which is, personally for me, is wrong, very wrong, because that's not, like, I don't know. I feel like that's just wrong. Like, you should never have to be in a position where you have to kill somebody else. And that's just because the U.S. troops are being told to kill somebody else. They're not doing it just because, oh, like, I have to protect myself. Right. Or they're protecting, if they want to be sent there, is to protect the Iraq people. But if they're killing Iraq people, how are they protecting them? And that's what I don't understand.
Well, they have intelligence in war. They have, like, people who are, like, they're, like, insiders, the people who they want dead, like, the people that they know who are doing wrong. So their intelligence reports back to them, and they tell them, oh, kill this guy because he has this and he's coming after this with this plan and doing this. Their intelligence figures all that, like, out. So when their intelligence reports back to the troops go and kill those people. So really, they're killing people who they know have something to do with it. They're not just killing, like, anyone that they see on the street.
I feel that if we are going to send U.S. troops to Iraq, we shouldn't do it publicly, because maybe we should keep it on the low. They'll be ready for us to come.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, yeah, like, we should. I agree with what you're saying. We should send them. But at the same time, is it good to send them publicly or just good to send them privately? I think it's good to send them privately.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, because then they'll be ready for us, and that's not what we want. We want to catch them off guard so we have a better chance of winning. I mean, evidently we have a good chance at winning as it is, but, like, them not knowing about it, basically, in a nutshell, would be better for us. That would benefit our troops.
It will protect their people and our people, because they wouldn't feel attacked.
Right.
Because if you put it, like, publicly, there's, like, oh, the U.S. troops, should they or should they not? It's very public. And so I feel that it would just make it so much better if it was privately, so they wouldn't cause much conflict as much as it is going to be if they send them publicly, which is kind of what they're doing, is debating on it very publicly, which is should just be on like Obama's terms or the government's terms or whatever. I just feel like it's very public, which isn't such a good idea at all. So, yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm glad that we kind of came to an agreement, because I think that if two teenage girls could agree, like, on one side, like, about what's right and what's not, that our government and ISIS can come to an agreement as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we might end up fighting against ISIS, but I really do think that if two teenage girls could sit down and talk about it, that so can our people and their people. I think it'll work out.
Yeah.
I don't think that our feud with them will last forever, but I really do think that this is going to work out, and I think that they should stop killing people, and we should fight against them. That's what I think, and I'm glad that we came to a compromise.
Yeah, it's just like a negative and positive kind of list, pros and cons. It's good to like talk it out and see two point of views of how it is, because that could be.
And me and you fight like cats and dogs, so
it's good.
Well, thank you for joining us. See us next time on WHIT Internet Radio on WHIT.org. Bye.
Bye.